I identify as a non-binary.
Okay, can you break that down for me? What does that mean?
Non-binary means that I neither identify as a man nor a woman. So I could be like a mixture of both, because gender's a little bit like a spectrum. You don't need to be super masculine, and you don't need to be super feminine either. It's really about expressing yourself to the fullest.
At birth, what were you born as?
I was born a male at birth.
The f*** did you just say?
Non-binary means that I neither identify as a man nor a woman. So I could be like a mixture of both.
What are you talking about? You're delusional.
Hey guys, real quick, before we go any further, I just wanted to mention once again that I started a Give, Send, Go page a few months ago to try to fight back against this crazy YouTube censorship and suppression, and ultimately try to keep this channel alive. Now, I would like to get back to making daily videos, but unfortunately, with all the censorship and suppression, I've had to find other ways and means to keep the lights on. So if you're interested in helping me fight that fight, I will put a link to that in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. And with that being said, let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this slightly balding fella is Deborah. Now, Deborah is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman and calls himself a transbian or trans lesbian. Now, imagine living in a world where you're called a hateful bigot if you don't refer to Deborah as a she, her woman. Well, welcome to that world, because that's where we are.
Okay, that's not creepy.
I guess it is a little creepy.
All right, we're going to keep it moving with a couple of different clips of Hollywood actor Robert De Niro, who suffers from a severe case of TDS, also known as Trump derangement syndrome, being interviewed on MSNBC by Lionel Richie's long-lost son. Now, in this first clip, De Niro says that he doesn't think Trump supporters know the truth about what's going on because, well, they don't watch enough mainstream media. And in the second clip, De Niro calls Stephen Miller, who is a Trump administration advisor, and Jewish, by the way. De Niro calls him well, I'll let him tell you what he thinks he is. Roll it.
Trying to signal to the people they reach, and I'm certainly not reaching those people on this program, but maybe through little sound bites and this and that, and the internet and so on. They're trying they're used to seeing Trump do his stuff, and they talk and they listen, and that's the truth to them because they don't listen to anything else. It's somewhere way out in the Midwest, somewhere out the out west, in certain places, the rural places. That's the truth because he gets the airtime, and I think that we need more airtime, just more push against, and not. I wish that you can't do this in some ways, but that the news media could find ways to kind of ignore or tamp down nonsense from Trump. It's just total nonsense. But those people out there listen to it and assume if it can be on the air and it's out there, it's the truth.
A few moments later.
He will not. We see it all the time. He will not want to leave. He set it up with his. I guess he's the Goebbels of the cabinet, Stephen Miller. He's a Nazi. Yes, he is, and he's Jewish, and he should be ashamed of himself.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You are a f***ing idiot.
Right, let's stick with politics for a moment. Next up, we have former White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre on this podcast blatantly lying and gaslighting about what we all saw with our own eyes for 4 years coming from Joe Biden. Roll it.
We did have legislative wins.
Sure,
and
but he didn't talk about them that well, though. He couldn't talk about them. He wasn't campaigning that
Wait, first of all, he did talk about them. Whether it broke through or not, he did. Tim, he did talk about.
I mean, he talked way less to the press than Donald Trump does. Way less. And he wasn't out there at all. He wasn't good off the cuff. He wasn't doing press conferences. Let's just be real. Like, he didn't do night events.
Tim, that's not true. Tim, you're conflating all of it. That's what you're doing. No, you're telling me he didn't talk well about it. Then you're telling me he didn't talk at all.
He didn't do either. He didn't talk very often, and when he did, it wasn't very good. He sounded very old.
Maybe you weren't paying attention to what we were doing at the White House. But
I paid attention. I'm with you on the policies. I'm talking about his performance.
The president spoke to the American people a couple times a week. He traveled and did domestic travel and talked directly to the American people.
You lying ass bitch.
Now, I'm sure most of you are aware of all the No Kings protests they had throughout the country last weekend. And I said previously that it looked to me like a giant field trip for all the nursing homes and elderly care facilities throughout the country. Well, this fella is going to look us all straight in the eye and tell us he doesn't want any kings either. Roll it.
No kings. No kings. No kings. No kings. In the USA. No kings.
And next up, we have the singing granny who I featured here on the channel a few times in the past, singing about going to one of the No Kings protests. And she definitely looks like one of the typical attendees, as I mentioned before. Now, I think the singing granny is sweet and well-intentioned. It's just that someone has manipulated her feeble mind. Roll it.
New song, and it's about yesterday, marching. It was wonderful to see so many people. I'm so excited that I'm playing the trumpet today on this song. I haven't played it 60 years. 6-0. Oh well, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Americans woke up today and started marching. In all 50 states, the young and the old, the scared and the bold marched on. Smiling and singing, no violence at all. The mood was happy and the goal was tall. With love for democracy, for one and all, march on. Ba-ba-ba-ba. No kings, no kings, that was the cry. Rejecting autocracy until the day we died. 7 million marched, 2 million more than last time. Republicans in Congress on another vacation. Ye gods. While Trump played at another game of golf.
Your song? It's awful. I hate it.
Now, the singing granny went on for about another 2 minutes singing that ridiculous song, but I had to cut it short. I'm sorry, I just couldn't take anymore. And like I said, she seems sweet and well-intentioned, but it's just not my style of music. Anyway, next up we have this young liberal woman who bought into this whole Trump's a dictator nonsense and decided to flee the country, and well, she's regretting her decision now. Roll it.
If you're an American who is considering leaving the country to move somewhere else, make sure that the location you choose isn't based off of fear and lack mentality. I regret moving to Costa Rica. It's a beautiful country. I love the nature and wildlife, but moving to a third world country where I don't know the language, I don't have any connections, resources, or opportunities, that didn't make my life any easier by any means. I was just so scared of what's going on in America politically that I was in fight or flight. I was like, how am I gonna afford to survive? Like, how am I gonna find a place to live? Like, I was freaking out. And then I came here and made my life so much harder. And now I'm trying to go back and I just like wish I didn't leave in the first place. And it's so weird to like want to move to America right now with everything that's going on. But I just left so many privileges and resources behind and I want them back.
Oh, well, too bad for you.
Hey guys, real quick. Real quick, we don't have any sponsors for today's video. If you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. Ugh.
Could he be any more pathetic?
Next up, we have this lovely lady who actually says that she lives for the moment when she can crop dust people out in public, if you know what I mean. Wow, Australians are just built different. Roll it.
A lot of you people embarrassed to fart in public. You're literally embarrassed to fart even by yourself, in front of yourself. I tell you, I live for the moment to fart out in public. As soon as I feel a fart coming, yeah, I hold it in till I find the target, the precise, the best opportunity, and I just release. I live for those days.
Nasty bitch.
Next up, we have this slightly rotund young lady saying the most ironic stuff that you're probably ever going to hear in your life. Roll it.
To white people in general, I'm tired of you motherfuckers. I'm tired of your incompetence. I'm tired of your laziness. I'm tired of you not washing your ass on a regular fucking basis, and then we have to be susceptible to that shit. I'm tired of you having babies on fucking leashes. I'm tired of seeing babies that's 13 years old in a fucking stroller because you just want to give them the fucking world. Or, oh, Billy doesn't want to walk, so we just gonna like have his feet dragging on the fucking ground.
These big ass babies.
Big ass babies.
Breastfeeding a baby that can chew steak.
Exactly. I'm tired of y'all raising and birthing and raising serial killers, pedophiles, mass shooters, and all this, and then you tell black people that we're violent. Everything about violence, we learned it from you. So you're the root cause of it.
I'm telling you, I'm going to drop the N-bomb if I have to.
Next up, we have this young lady who says the quiet part out loud. She thinks that all white people are bad. Her words, not mine. Roll it.
You, as white people, are obligated to right wrongs that your ancestors did. White people wanting black people to stop talking about it and don't make me feel bad about myself. And I'm not a bad person. And yes, you are. If you don't want to hear it, too bad. The responsibility falls on your shoulders.
Bitch, you racist.
And speaking of racist black women, we are going to be wrapping it up with this clip of hood rat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who is a blatant racist, at a congressional hearing comparing the Trump administration and ICE agents to the KKK. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
Like, I'm going to just call a thing a thing. Like, this administration is racist. That he has always been a racist, and that is what we are enduring in this country. Let me give you some facts behind this racism. And they get mad when I say the things that I say, but I will not stop speaking the truth. Number one, I said that what we were experiencing in this country felt like what I would imagine slave patrols to look like. And frankly, anybody that knows anything about slave patrols, this is exactly what it was like. We're talking about lawless people that are going around with no warrants or anything, and it's all about rounding people up and disappearing them. That is what's currently taking place. And interestingly enough, even though modern day policing was born out of slave patrols, when I was speaking with one of my friends who is a federal law enforcement officer, he told me that one of the things that he has observed is that the culture is created at the top. And when I think about it, it absolutely makes sense. If you have somebody at the top that will not tolerate the types of things that we're seeing, then maybe those under you won't do it. But we know that we have a racist at the top. He has called himself the head law enforcement agent in this country, and therefore everybody has decided that it is okay to take off their hoods and mask up as ICE agents. Now, we've talked about how they have hidden themselves, but again, it reminds me of the Klan.
Because she's an idiot or she's insane.
2, 10, 12, 15. Oops, stepping on a. It's black. Anyway,